What's up, guys? Weekend Gardener here. Hope you're doing well. So, as the growing season is beginning to wind down in my grow zone, I thought I'd deviate a bit from the usual content and bring you something fresh. So, I was at my parents' house recently, and they were going through storage, and they uncovered some magnificent childhood memories of mine, images I've had stored away in my mind that I'd forgotten about, and it was a bit of a mind-blowing experience to see them all again. These children's books about gardening. I mean, really, that's it. It sounds so simple, but I wanted to share this as an excellent way to get your children into gardening. Current children or expecting, doesn't really matter. If you're a parent or planning to be one, and you want to share your passion with your children and give them a lifelong joy that will never dissolve, hopefully. I mean, it hasn't for me. I don't see why it would. This is an excellent way to do that, to grab your child's attention and get their mind working and get them out in the garden as early as possible. I mean, if you already have a garden and you can show your children this and they enjoy it, well, that's fantastic. But I also highly recommend this as a supplement, because seeing things in person is great and all, but to a child's mind, this will get their imagination going just a little bit more. I mean, some of these illustrations in here are just fantastic, and they have a little storyline to go along with them. The sunflower parable, about a little boy who wants to grow something larger than his siblings are growing, so he goes for giant sunflowers. I mean, it's just fantastic. It'll give them something more relatable that they can just, eat up. Just another example of some fantastic imagery that I'm referring to. Anne's Garden Songs. Really just a collection of catchy poems, accompanied by some fantastic, out-of-this-world scaling. I mean, this is what a kid wants to see, Just something that can grab their attention and make their imagination run wild. I mean, talking vegetables, come on. This is awesome. And some more examples I have here. This is The Sunflower by Lola Schaefer. This was my personal favorite. It pretty much just outlines the growth cycle of a sunflower, from it being planted through its demise, and just shows the beauty of all of it in such a wonderful setting. I mean, when I first saw this as a child, I wanted to realize this. I wanted to make this real for myself more than anything, because I thought this was just so fascinating to be able to grow something so magnificent with your own two hands. I mean, and I'm living proof of this method's effectiveness. Really, the fact that I still have these books goes to show how much I really, really enjoyed them and how much of an impact they had on my life. I mean, they made me the gardener that I am today. I also have It's Pumpkin Time by Zoe Hall. Really just a little story of a couple of children who want to grow pumpkins, and they end up being very successful at it. So yeah, if you already read to your children, even better. I mean, just incorporate these into your normal reading time, or it could be an excellent way to start reading to your children. I mean, I'm sure you do. But this really doesn't have an author. It's just a picture book of real pictures. And I have this book, which doesn't really have a title, but it's just a collection of images, real photographs. It's all sunflowers. You can probably guess why I like them so much. But yeah, just something different, something outside of the garden you might already have and be showing your children, something they probably wouldn't see otherwise. I mean, this is incredible. close-ups, giant fields of sunflowers. I mean, you can find books like this regarding any plant, I'm sure, or just, collections of flowers you might like to grow in your garden. But yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated. It could really just be a picture book. And you can find these things at, any bookstore, used books, new books, eBay, anywhere online for pennies on the dollar. Very inexpensive and also just a very wholesome way to give your children a passion. So, if it wasn't for these books, I really don't know where I would have gotten my first exposure. My parents didn't really garden themselves, but they just picked these books up as, at random. Just something that they thought they could read to me that I would enjoy, and they changed my life. I really can't say much more than that. So yeah, just thought I'd share. Hope you guys enjoyed and maybe took something away from this. Got something new to share with your children. So yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. Leave a comment down below. Have a good one, guys.